Hey, I'm Graham from Go Fast Campers, and today I am showing you the new RTT direct fit mount kit for the Ineos Grenadier. So if you're new to Go Fast Campers, this up here is the tent in question. And there's a couple things about this specific system that make it unique. And we'll start at the back here because you can see the width. So while this car is relatively narrow down low, not much wider than like a 4Runner, up top, it's really wide. And that's because there's not a lot of side rake above the belt line here. And in order to accommodate that and kind of optimize the aesthetics and the general fitment and keep things from raking in too much, we made this tent wider. So this is a 6-inch wider tent than our standard rooftop tent. The other big thing that we did different on this unit is we actually have a direct fit mounting system like we make for the 4Runner, the FJ60, the 80 series, and a few other select models. We're adding more to those every week. So this system right here is all billet machined that tie into the factory roof mounting system and then go up into the tent and then physically grab it there. What that allows for us to do is mount this thing about 1/2 inch off the top of the roof. So you're adding just over 6 inches of overall stack height to the vehicle. The goal there is how do we keep the center of gravity as low as possible to maintain really good driving dynamics, but also still fit in residential parking garages, garage doors, general places where if you live in an urban environment or if you just want to drive the car into your garage on a regular basis, you can still fit this car those places. So while we're here talking about this tent, I'll show you really quickly kind of how it opens, closes, and some of the general features of the inside. If you want a more in-depth walkthrough of product, design, all that kind of stuff, you'll find a walkthrough linked in the description below. So let's hop up there and show you. So accessing the roof from the back of the Grenadier is probably the easiest way to open this tent. We've got a hatch ladder on this guy. One of the easy things to do here is just sit on the roof to pop it down, get back on the ladder, and lift it up. So up here we've got a TPU coated polyester 4-season tent body. You got a 3-inch dual density memory foam mattress, super comfortable. All of this stuff is designed and manufactured right here in Montana. So it's the only USA made rooftop tent on the market. So talking dimensions up here, the exterior dimensions of this tent are 59 inches wide side to side and about 97 inches front to rear. The interior dimensions, so the sleeping space, is about 56 inches wide on the inside and about 90 inches long, so about 7.5 feet. So folks up to 6'4", 6'5", still find comfort in the length of this thing. So pattern-wise on this tent, you've got 3 big rear door bodies. Each one of these windows here has a no-seam bug mesh. Kind of comes down and zips in place. We've got 2 small forward windows that are primarily for ventilation but work well for viewing. And then up here, we have a active ventilation system. So this thing's constantly just passing air through. So you can have your intake air down low with these front windows and then your exhaust air up here. And what that does is that minimizes condensation because this is a single wall shelter. In terms of interior height, we've got quite a bit of space in here. So even as I go up towards the nose, there's still plenty of room to sit up. And I'm not super tall, but I'm like 5'9", so I guess that's average. But a lot of room to sit up if you're kind of holding out from inclement weather and want to hang out inside. This has got a ton of volume for space. When this whole thing's closed down, it's about 6 inches tall. All the parts are billet machine, kind of race car quality, firearm quality, really, really high-end stuff. So trying to keep up with the quality of the Grenadier in terms of build quality and material choices, this is a good fit for a tent. So I should mention before I close this thing down real quick for you, is that we do have a side ladder system that attaches to the side if you don't want to run this rear hatch ladder. So closing it down, basically just pull it down a little bit. Make sure the fabric stays nice and tucked. And there is room up here to store a light amount of bedding. Close these panel latches, and we're all set. As far as accessories and options for this thing, we make a whole bunch of different brackets that can bolt onto the outside if you want to mount lights or an antenna for a ham radio. We also make a crossbar system for attaching solar panels. You're going to put like an alley box on the roof. The tent will still open with 75 pounds on the roof. We also offer a headliner that can kind of help with some thermal insulation and keep condensation at a minimum on the inside if you're camping in really humid environments. And then we also have a light system, switches from red to white. That pretty much sums up the Grenadier. So if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. If you want to see us support other vehicles, maybe a Bronco, maybe an LC250 or a 6th Gen 4Runner, please let us know.